Levittown.
This is the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA, a weekly recap of your Philadelphia Eagles and all the news around the NFL. Broadcasting live from Chickies and Pete's, tonight's show is brought to you by the Philadelphia Protestant Home, Rob's Automotive and Collision, SEPTA, The Capitol Grill, Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, Ventresca's Custom Clothing, Chickies and Pete's, Begley, Carlin, and Mandio Law Firm, Hand and Stone Spa, Penworth Financial Services, BCWSA, and CJ's Tire and Automotive. We now go live to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. It is great to be with you. We are at Chickies and Pete's in the Great Northeast, up on the Roosevelt Boulevard, and I cannot believe we have come to this point where there is one game separating the Eagles from a trip to Glendale, Arizona. Yes, Bobby, last week, not even close.
Yeah, one down, one to go. No, you're right. And somebody on the team, I'm not going to mention who it was.
I know.
Thought that it would be over by halftime.
Don't quote him.
Yeah, I'm not. And he was wrong. It was over in the first quarter on the first two possessions. I've never seen a team come out like that, an Eagles team in a playoff game. I've seen them play well. First two possessions, bang, bang, 14-0. That was it. It was curtains.
It was amazing. We have a great guest with us tonight. He's a great friend. We've been friends ever since he showed up as a rookie from Vatech. And we went to Japan together for a preseason game, and he had a fine career with the Eagles, went to the Denver Broncos, and won a Super Bowl. You're not wearing your ring. 2 Super Bowls with the Broncos. That's right.
Yeah, back to back.
Repeat.
Back to back.
Yeah. We have Vaughn Hebron with us. Okay.
Thank you.
That's
thank
right.
you.
2 Super Bowl rings back to back.
Yeah. Yes.
With John Elway.
Yes, sir.
That was
Yes,
amazing,
sir.
huh?
Yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. It's very similar to this run here. I mean, when you saw last week, the attention to detail, the way the team started out, that's what championship teams look like, man. That's what they look like. They handle business when they need to. They lock in. They support one another. You just saw it. To me, what stood out most was the attention to detail. It's laser focus. Obviously, it starts with Jalen. Obviously, he had a little more motivation as far as to show people that even if he is injured, you're not going to know. You saw that he made an assertive effort to show that he's working with all tools, and I thought that was the key. That was the key early. He showed that his willingness to run, and when he's working on all cylinders and he's showing all his tools, they're pretty much unstoppable.
Did he look hurt to you at all?
Not at all. Not at all. But, again, sometimes you don't know as far as adrenaline does strange things. My point is I don't care as long as he's willing to do what he needs to do to win. And let's be very honest. When he is mobile and that willingness to run, they're a different team. They're a different team. Their run game, which obviously is crucial. You look at all the games this week, any team that was successful, it was a physical presence that they have to establish early, and that's always through the running game.
Yeah.
And when Jalen shows that he will carry that ball out the back end, everybody has to stay neutral. And
they call it +1.
Exactly. And that running game is a different animal. They showed a stat. I knew it was different. I didn't know it was that much different. You're almost talking about 90 yards difference when Jalen is in the lineup as opposed to anybody. It's something that they have to account for. We're not even talking about Jalen truly running because it's not like he had a big day running.
No.
But just the willingness
The threat makes the running game so much better.
It makes the running game so much better.
Oh, absolutely. I have to tell you, Vaughn, I was misled going into the game. be a competitive game going into the fourth quarter.
Well, and Merrill, but you're not wrong. It's the playoff game. Everybody asked me all week, what do you think? And I expected a tough game as well. It's playoffs. You do not know. Because you really, unless some teams surprise you. But at the end of the day, it's about what teams are playing best at the end of the year. It's not about what you did during the regular season. It's who's getting it together now.
But they
who's
hadn't done
healthy
anything.
now.
Vaughn, they hadn't done anything for like 5 weeks, really.
Oh,
so I was
Josh.
thinking about that. And,
Okay.
And there were injuries.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the other thing was Lane Johnson, too. He
Yeah,
hadn't
I
done
agree.
anything for like 4 weeks. So, but.
And that's what I'm saying.
That just
So
blew me
from
away.
that standpoint, you never know going into
Yeah,
that.
you're
And
right.
at the same time, it's a young team. I don't care what you have done during the regular season. Playoffs is a different animal. I go back to this conversation I had with Seth Joyner my rookie year. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I didn't understand it until I first got to the playoffs. And I was trying to, you remember my rookie year, I'm trying to make the team as a free agent, and every play I'm giving 200%, not 100, not 150. I'm giving 200%. And I remember Seth coming past, and he said, Rook, calm down. He says, you understand we got regular season coming up. And I'm like, so what does that mean? I'm killing myself. I'm like, how can it go up in here? He said, you got regular season, you got playoffs, and he didn't know about Super Bowl yet.
Yeah.
So he said regular season, you got preseason, regular
And this is
season,
with
and
Buddy.
playoffs. And this is what Seth told me. He's saying the speed goes up, and I'm like, what? How can it go up? You're crazy. I'm giving everything I got. And sure enough, that opener of the season, that speed went up. I was like, oh, my goodness. And the first playoff game I went to, they can talk about all you want until you experience it. You have no clue. So, again, we got a young team. I know they made it last year, but, it was one and done. It's a different situation when people expect you to do something.
Yeah.
So you didn't know how they were going to respond. And to see that response, it was incredible.
See, not only that, though, because I watched the games the weekend before, and I watched how effective Daniel Jones and the Giants were against Minnesota. But obviously, Minnesota was not ready for prime time. They had a better record, but they couldn't. There was no pass rush. Daniel Jones went back, and he could have sang the Duke fight song if he wanted to.
I agree.
But he got into this game, and suddenly, woo! You better get rid of the ball, or you're on your back.
And that was first couple of plays.
Yeah.
First couple of plays.
It's
and
amazing.
So right off the bat, they established the speed.
Yeah.
And you saw the difference in the levels of speed.
He almost got intercepted throwing the ball away.
Exactly. You did.
I mean, a throwaway, that was just too much. But, but those injuries and stuff, I was kind of thinking, well, are these guys 100%? You
Yep,
know?
I agree.
They sure proved it.
And the thing is, you don't know when someone comes back from. And that's the question marks last week. I thought I thought they were legit. Not that you doubted them. It was never a question when people asked, "What did you think?" I didn't think they would lose, but I thought it would be a tough win.
You know, I have to give Nick credit because I think that a coach can get greedy sometime, and if he wanted to, he could have played Jalen against the Saints.
I agree.
He could have played against the Saints. Maybe not as well against the Cowboys because he was just off that injury.
Yes.
But 2 weeks later, he was ready to go, and Nick held him out. And that was smart, and he put him into the Giants game just to clinch.
So I thought-
and he did that
But that
and
was good
gave
for
him
rhythm.
restrictions. He said,
Yes.
"You are not. If you have to run, slide down after 3 yards, and I don't want any draw plays up the middle. Stay away from the middle of the field if you're carrying the football." And he listened, but Nick was smart about that because he knew he wanted Jalen at 100% for the playoffs.
I agree. At the same time, I thought it was good for a rhythm. You need a rhythm, because again, playoff ball is different. It is your mental is different. The first team that can make it something that they're used to. This is just football. They're usually the ones that's more successful. But you never know who can make that transition first.
This is interesting, too. So the difference between, and you know this well, 2 years in a row, between the divisional round and the conference championship. And
It's the two best teams.
Yeah, the 49ers have.
They are.
They were in
It's the
that
two
game.
best teams.
Yeah, but
So-
they were in that game last year.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That experience has gotta help them,
Oh,
right?
it does help because and it was most of the same players as well. So it does help.
How big a factor?
You know what? It's a factor because the preparation. But again, each year is different. Each year, because let's face it, if that was the be all, right, we would have more back-to-back Super Bowl
Right.
champs.
Yeah,
Right.
and you
Yeah.
don't.
You know, and you
got a
don't.
lot of
You only-
worst to
you-
first
Yeah,
things.
you know what I mean.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
it's still different year to year, but it does help from again, somebody that's preparing for something that they've gone through before, as opposed to somebody that hasn't. You never know how they're going to respond when they don't prepare the same way they use for every game.
Mm-hmm.
When you make it something different, you start to act and respond differently.
Okay.
You want to the one that's obviously we know it's a big game, but the coach, the staff, the players that are able to make it something that this is what I do. I play every week. This is just another football game, but obviously with bigger
Stakes there.
rewards
Yeah.
and stakes.
Right.
That's the ones that
They got
usually
the
most
same
successful.
schedule.
Yeah, but
Same practice
there's
schedule.
an expression I hate, and I heard it back in 2004 when the Eagles had Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. And Jim Mora proudly said after they clinched their spot in the NFC Championship game, we, the Atlanta Falcons, are playing with house money.
Yeah, that's
There's no
bullshit.
house
No,
money.
there's no house money.
I got off the plane. I got on the plane. I always tell people the greatest feeling in the world is to win a Super Bowl or to win the championship game and go to the Super Bowl. That's second. The worst feeling in the world, worse than any loss you could ever suffer, is to wake up the morning after a Super Bowl that you lost, where you got all the way to that Super-
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about that. Well, I knew it 3 times.
Oh, yeah, so that's
okay.
yes,
I
it
know
was.
I knew it twice.
Yes.
Twice.
The third time was a charm. But but I remember in 1981 when the Eagles lost to the Raiders in Super Bowl 15. And it's a sunny day and in New Orleans, and we're getting on the plane, and the guys are all saying, you know what? Now we know what it's like. We've been there, and we're going to get back there next year. We're going to win it. Well, that was 1981,
Yes.
and they didn't get back again until
It's
2004.
hard. That's why you can never. I don't
You
care
never
what
know.
your team is built on. I don't care how great they are this year. That has no bearing on what's going to happen next year. So all you have is this opportunity now.
Yeah.
And the reason why they say things like "I'm playing with house money," they're trying to take pressure off themselves. They're trying to calm. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The team that's able to make it something that they've done over and over, that's the ones that's usually more successful. But saying stuff like that
No.
doesn't do it.
No.
You got to do the same things you've been doing week in and week out, the attention to detail, and be ready.
What was it that Joe Burrow? They asked him about the window in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he said I want the window to be open as long as I'm playing.
Oh no, but I think he said the window is open as long as I'm.
Well, that's
playing.
what
Yeah.
he said. Yeah, well,
I love that.
well, he intends for the window to be open.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
exactly. Yeah.
He really wasn't bragging.
Okay.
He wasn't.
But I
he
don't have
was-
no problem with that.
but
If you
he
put in
said-
the work,
he-
put in the work to
Yeah,
do it.
he's
What's
he's basically saying, I'm not here to
Exactly.
to finish 500. I'm not here, or you can't anymore with a
Yeah.
17-game schedule.
You don't hear that too
But-
often, though.
But,
yeah.
but he's here as long as he's here.
I love
he
that.
wants that. And you know what?
I love that.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to make a statement right now that's a
I-
little outlandish.
I know what you're gonna say,
As
bro.
long as Jalen Hurts is in Philadelphia, this team is going to be
The
competitive.
window.
Oh, I'm telling you, that boy is the real deal, man.
Yeah.
Jalen, and this is nothing about. I would have told you this, and I told you this before, Merle. This was before the big improvement this year. I just always loved the way he carried himself.
Yeah.
Being a leader. 99% is about what's going on up here. It's not what you do physically. Because how many times you've seen physical freaks that are not great leaders? Just the way he
All the
carries,
time.
all the time. The way he carries himself day in and day out. The guys, they want to follow him. It's just it's a calming thing, but at the same time, it's a confidence. I'm telling you, this guy's next level.
And he's a natural at that.
And-
It's organic. Whatever.
Exactly.
I'm
he's
not
just
blowing
yeah.
my horn, but Bobby will tell you that from day one,
He was all over him. Yeah,
I
Okay.
loved him.
Yeah.
I loved him.
I said
loved-
that they should explore Deshaun Watson and these other
I
guys.
said, no,
you know.
you've got the man right here.
As
All he
Merrill,
needs
yes.
is you just stay with him. I watched him at Alabama.
That's how I
think
was.
someone's
I was
smashing
big
a
man.
window
I
on my
went to
car right
Oklahoma.
now.
I
Yeah.
watched every game he played at Oklahoma, and when they drafted him, I jumped out of my seat. I was so happy.
Merle, I'm right with you. And it's not even about his play. Think about how he handled those situations. When this man, all he did was win at
Yeah,
Alabama.
that was tough.
And then in the championship game, you get sat
I couldn't
down?
imagine that.
Think
Yeah.
about that. You get sat down.
Yeah.
You lose your job the next year.
Yeah.
What does he do? And this is from Tua. This ain't
Right.
ain't theory. Tua said he could not have been more helpful
Yeah.
Yeah.
with him. Think about that. How many people? To me, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And then even when he decides to leave, he didn't. It wasn't bashing Alabama. It
No.
was he left quietly.
did it
didn't
with
say
class.
a word. Did it with class. Goes
Yeah.
to Oklahoma, and shines.
You know, we had Dick Vermeil on with us as our guest 3 weeks ago, and one of the things he said was that he loves to have kids of coaches. He loves to have players who grew up in that football atmosphere, and he loves to have kids who came from military families because
Makes
they have
sense.
the discipline.
They have the discipline.
And there's a young man whose father was his high school coach.
There you go.
You know,
That's it.
And he didn't pat him on the back a whole lot of times. He kept telling him,
Exactly.
you've got to be better. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Vaughn Hebron right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. It's all new and it's all for you. The heated deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open. It's enclosed, heated, and perfect for the ultimate in-game experience or live music when the best local bands take the stage. Like LeComp, Fat Mez, or Jameson. Check our website for the band schedule. The heated deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open every Thursday through Sunday. Chickies and Pete's.
All tires aren't the same, and neither are all tire dealers. Michelin tires offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Trust the tire experts at CJ's Tire and Automotive in Fairless Hills. They'll get you in and out in no time, and their everyday low prices on BF Goodrich and Michelin tires can't be beat. CJ's Tire and Automotive. Better, faster, and more affordable.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make it easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat screen muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited. See to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introductory price of just $69.95, enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley. For an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon until 2 a.m.
Enjoy a world of Italian wine and cuisine in nearby Philadelphia at Grand Cafe L'Aquila. This Italian landmark cafe offers a wide variety of Italian options for both lunch and dinner, and before you leave, try their award-winning gelatos. Offering an online market for your favorite meats, cheeses, coffee, and much more, it's Grand Cafe L'Aquila website at grandcafel'Aquila.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Cafe L'Aquila.
Planning to go to the game? Give LimoToday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let LimoToday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with LimoToday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let LimoToday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO today.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are with two-time Super Bowl champion Vaughn Hebron. Vaughn, I can't believe I went a whole segment without mentioning to you running backs, because the running back room of this team, I think, is better than anybody expected it to be.
I agree. I'm telling you, Sanders, the year he's had has been incredible. As we talked off air, though, it all starts with Jalen. That's the thing. We talk about Jalen's leadership, obviously his improved passing, but his role in the run game, the threat that he gives, you really can't put a number to it. Without him, the running game, all these things we're talking about with the running backs really does not happen. Obviously, it's not a knock on the running backs, but you take Jalen out of that.
He opens up the field.
It's
really
a different
does.
system, because it keeps everyone neutral, the back end, especially the style, because they don't do traditional run, right? They're not dotting the I, and, it's always pretty much RPO where you need that back end. It's not being blocked. Jalen keeps them there. And so that takes two people out of the formation that normally would be there. And you could tell the difference when you had, the substitute in that just couldn't do that.
People often ask me who are your favorite Eagles, and over the years, I've had too many to name. You have Vaughn Hebron. You were always wonderful in the locker room to everybody. Bro. I mean that. And I loved watching your running style. But who's now my partner.
Yeah.
So many great guys. Harold Carmichael, Harold. So you go on for years. But when I look at this locker room, I always say, I've never met a nicer man than Brandon Graham. He's amazing. But one of my favorite people, we've had him as a guest almost every single year, is Boston Scott.
Oh.
Have you ever met him?
I have never met Boston. I would love to meet him, but I tell you what, you talking about special, man. This guy, he always makes plays.
I call him the Giant Killer because
exactly.
whenever they play the Giants, he had another touchdown.
Did you hear the stat?
Yeah.
Well, I know you know, bro, but he had 11 touchdowns.
Yeah.
11 touchdowns, and I think his total was 19.
Yeah.
And 11 of them against
the Giants.
Man, hey, look, he needs to talk to the schedule. He needs to put Giants on
Yeah,
there
yeah,
more
but
often.
you know, this is
His contract comes up after the year. What's the
Yeah,
Giants
we
sign?
were talking about
Exactly.
scholarships and stuff. He walked on at Louisiana Tech.
Oh, I
In
didn't
high
know that.
school, he played part-time in the band, and then he played, as he was a guard half the time on the offensive line. And, you know, high schools,
Yeah,
they can have 5'7" guards who are 200 pounds. But he was that, and he walked on to Louisiana Tech as an engineering major. And then he made the football team, and they decided to give him a scholarship. The engineering coursework was a little heavy, so instead of switching to phys ed or something, he switched to kinesiology and got a degree in kinesiology and interned at a children's hospital up there in Louisiana.
That's pretty
so he's
amazing.
done some amazing things.
Yes.
But he is such a gifted little runner.
Yes, he
And
is.
does he have?
He always finds that crease. And
he
catches the ball.
he
One of the
uses-
things
he uses leverage.
yeah, he does something that you did sometimes, and of course Darren Sproles did it sometimes, where they almost hide behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense doesn't know from which hole they're going to pop out.
Exactly, and he's a north and south guy.
Yeah.
He understands that because of his size, you're not going to make too many plays going east and west. You need to go north and south. I love his running style. That ever since he's gotten here, he's been one of my favorites.
Oh,
Definitely.
mine too.
And
Mine too.
you caught the ball too. I mean, and he is really good in the pass game.
He does it all.
The screen passes,
even
yeah.
when he has to pass block, because you wouldn't think,
Yeah.
let's call Boston Scott to make that, but he
He
does
can.
everything. He's a football player. He truly is.
Kickoff returner
Yep.
too.
Whatever
They're-
you need, he got it.
What do you think of Gainwell?
I'm telling you, I think he's special. I
Do you?
think he's truly special. I think every year he's going to get a little more comfortable. You can tell he's explosive. I just love that 1-2 punch with him and Sanders.
You know, I would not be surprised if he is the man next year.
I
And the
see that
reason I
coming, too.
say that is because a lot of people feel or theorize that they're not going to be able to afford to sign Miles Sanders. He's a free agent. And running backs, for some reason, well, I know the reason, they're not valued as much as the wide receivers, the O-linemen, and the others, because in many cases their career span is short. It's short.
Yes.
And also it's become a pass-first league.
Yep, I agree. But he's able to do it all as well. You know, he can line up as a wide receiver, he can go in the slot, obviously screens. He's a great pass blocker, and obviously he's shown that he's a playmaker. I definitely agree. That's what I see coming too, Merrill. I just wanted to stay in this year. I think as far as the 1-2 punch,
sure.
I think we're right there with everybody.
Listen, see, I get upset because I say, wait a minute. Why do you draft a Miles Sanders? They drafted him in the second round. You draft him so he's going to get better and better and better. And this year, he has finally hit his peak.
Exactly.
He's a 1,300-yard back. He's only had 2 fumbles. He's run well. He's salted away games by keeping the ball for minutes. And one time last week, they gave him the ball 6 straight times.
I saw that.
6 straight times. Did you ever get 6 straight carries?
Actually, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yes,
Really?
I did.
In
Yeah.
Denver?
In Denver. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Do you remember?
Well, I remember exactly. It was against
He
Carolina.
still holds some Denver records. I got to tell you.
So it was against Carolina. I actually got 12 straight carries.
12 straight
12
carries?
straight carries. I felt like I was in high school again. It was 12 straight, and it was an early game against Carolina, and TD was out, and we were winning.
Terrell
and we
Davis.
just wanted to salt the game away.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And hey, Merrill, he is the all-time leader of the Broncos in kickoff returns.
You know, it's the funniest
Yeah.
thing. I did not know that until maybe a year ago, and a good friend of mine sent me the stats, and I knew I was up there, but I didn't know that I was number one.
Yeah.
It's
like
pretty
143
cool.
or something.
That's a long
Yeah.
history for Broncos.
It is.
Yeah. So
And plus, if you look at the people that have had 75 or more returns there,
yeah.
he's
But
the
see,
leader in yards average.
I'm
and
surprised.
that's going to
24
stay
plus.
because kickoffs is different now.
Yeah,
they don't
you're right.
do it. So
I was going to say this is
different.
and it's light air there.
Yeah.
Is this record based on 6 returns?
Actually, not. I had how many returns? I had
140,
you had to have,
143,
Yeah, I got-
147.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
But
was-
they were kicking back from the 30 then?
No, this was old school, Merrill. So we were kicking from what? The 20? What was they?
The 20.
The 20? Something like that?
Yeah, originally
right?
it was
Oh,
the
yeah.
20 originally, right?
All right.
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, it was the 20.
This is old school. This is when
Yeah,
the wedges
but
and all
they've
that.
taken kickles out of the
Oh,
game.
yeah, and that's why I think that'll last.
Yeah.
They've taken
Yeah.
tackling out of the game.
You-
Yeah.
You've
well,
done
hard
punt
tackling.
returns, too.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of Britton Cuffey? I loved watching him last year when he was at Utah. He would break one
He's
after
punt
another.
returner, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's when I go to the kitchen when they about to punt.
See,
It's usually a fair catch.
he makes the catch.
Oh yeah, I
comfortably.
mean, hey, look, I don't question if he's going to catch it, but
Yeah.
I don't expect no plays made either.
But a lot of that has to do, Vaughn, with the fact that they kick short and high now, and it seems that you think there are some
I hear you.
returnable balls?
Yeah, some returnable balls.
Yeah.
I always try to return, bro. It's just what you. Because here's the thing, they can't run through you. They have to establish. So you can always, if you want to, you see the good ones, bro. They're more aggressive. Where they don't, and then they're running. It's just because they have to stop. They can't
Okay.
run through you. They got to give you a halo. So if you're aggressive, you can do it. I just don't think he's that guy.
So even if your blocking is for a vertical return, which is they don't really want him to go east-west, you
Yeah.
can still get that yards,
Oh,
right?
You can get that
Yep.
yards.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, but it's just a certain mentality that
I
you,
can
you
see.
have to
I
have.
see. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, Merle, do you expect anything out of him?
Well,
Seriously.
I do if I see a cushion. If I see
But-
there's a little bit of a
but
cushion,
when-
he's had
when
some.
has he had?
He's
When-
had
I
a
think
couple
I
in the
saw
20.
one return.
The Tennessee punter kind of outpunted his coverage.
Yes, it was one. I was there at that
He had a
game.
good game.
I think
Good
it was
day.
one game,
Was it?
bro.
Yeah.
Everything else is like.
Now the fast one that I keep seeing is the kid whose season is over now, and that's Turpin from the
Yes,
Cowboys.
yes.
Yeah,
yep.
he's good.
He almost took one too. It was-
How about this
yeah.
week? This week we're gonna. You can tell
I
us
think
what
it's-
this is. Ray McLeod.
Ray, he
Now he
pretty
fumbled
So
one.
he fumbled one, and then he made a big time play after.
Uh-huh.
Look, if they're back there, obviously they're capable. It's not, and obviously special team has to address it because again, special teams is one of the things you don't talk about until something goes bad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, the same time, the good teams, if you can gain some yardage in that area,
He was talking about that, too.
Really, you can change the tone
What's
of
the average
game.
starting point of the Niners?
Yeah.
It's like the 40,
see,
right?
this is the thing. The Niners usually get the ball. The offense comes on at an average of 37.9.
Whoa.
That's pretty
Because
good.
Yeah,
He said that's
legit.
tops in
They
the
don't
league.
have a long
Yeah.
way to
That's
go.
tough. Yeah,
You know,
so-
but hey, as far as return men, the great ones that I can remember, the most dangerous was Deshaun Jackson.
Oh.
Nobody liked Deshaun
Nobody,
Jackson.
yeah.
Westbrook was very, very
Westbrook,
good.
too. Yep.
And I'll give you two older ones. And
Who's
one
that?
was B. Brian
B.
Mitchell.
Mitchell, yes.
And one who ended up
Vicek.
on television,
Yeah.
Vicek.
Vicek.
Yep, my man.
Vi could do it.
And Vi was my mentor.
Yeah.
He was.
Was he really?
Yes, he was. Vi, he hit me to a lot of the things in the game. Boy, that was my man.
All right, we'll be back with Vaughn Hebron right after this.
Yeah,
Hi,
he.
it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. It's all new and it's all for you. The heated deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open. It's enclosed, heated, and perfect for the ultimate in-game experience or live music when the best Mez or Jameson. Check the band schedule. The heated deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open every Thursday through Sunday. Chickies and Pete's.
All tires aren't the same, and neither are all tire dealers. Michelin Tires offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Trust the tire experts at CJ's Tire and Automotive in Fairless Hills. They'll get you in and out in no time, and their everyday low prices on BF Goodrich and Michelin tires can't be beat. CJ's Tire and Automotive. Better, faster, and more affordable. When an Eagles player gets hurt, the team takes care of him. When you get hurt, the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will take care of you. They understand that a severe accident can be a life-altering event. You need a reliable teammate to fight for you. The attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will get you great results. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Contact them today at 215-750-0110 for a free consultation. 215-750-0110 for a reliable ally that's on your side.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to BCWSA.net. That's BCWSA.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true. Whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introduction, $69.95. Enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley, for an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
I SEPTA Philly.
I SEPTA Philly. I SEPTA Philly.
I ride the Broad Street line. Do you know how expensive parking is?
I do not have time to deal with traffic.
Because it's better for the environment.
I ride SEPTA all the time.
Monday through Friday, and whenever game day is.
I'm out the door and at my stop by 7:30.
I catch up on work when I ride.
I check Twitter, text my buddies.
I watch sports highlights, or lowlights.
For real Philly fans, SEPTA is the hometown way to go. Ride with us at iseptaphilly.com.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are, Chickies in Northeast Philadelphia. Vaughn Hebron, our wonderful guest. Time now for this week's injury review, brought to you by the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. Contact them today for a free consultation at 215-806-3689. That number again, 215-806-3689. Bob Grotz, the injuries.
Well, the Eagles are they are really healthy, and there's a possibility, although right now it seems like an outside shot, that Avante Maddox comes back.
I'd be
The
surprised.
nickelback. Yeah, and the way Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is playing, you don't want to mix it up right now. I mean, that secondary, that back end is turned into a real strength. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, their running backs are banged up, and it starts with the run game. McCaffrey has a calf, and the other guy, Elijah
Mitchell, 25.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
25.
Now, and he has a knee. It's nothing serious. Or no, I'm sorry, he has a groin.
Okay.
Nothing serious,
I hope he has a groin.
That's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
A short week, right?
I agree.
It's
Short
tough to
week.
Yeah.
And as Merrill said, the running as they go, as the running game goes, 49ers go.
Yeah.
You know, if we can make this kid, you know, everybody keeps waiting for the shoe to drop and, you know, him realize that, you know, the gravity of the situation, you can't count on that. You got to approach them just like anybody else. At this point, playoffs, you make them do things that they're not comfortable
You know,
doing.
you're right.
You
You're
know what I
right,
mean?
Vaughn. I think that Kyle Shanahan is smart enough to put him in
Exactly.
a lower risk type of offense. He doesn't
Yes.
ask him to do what Nick asks Jalen Hurts to
Well,
do.
and that's my point. So that's what we need to. If we can shut down that run game, now he has to do some things he doesn't want to do. Meaning it becomes more pass oriented, and I think we can feast on it.
And he's a first-read guy.
Oh,
I mean, that's what everybody's saying. You
can
take away
see
his
it.
first
Every-
read.
and most of the time, the first read is right in the middle.
Yeah,
If we can
right
get
in the
him to
middle.
throw outside them numbers, we're doing our job.
Have you ever played with a calf injury before? That's not a good.
It
That's a
ain't too-
bad injury.
It's not
isn't
too
it?
many injuries I haven't played with.
Yes, yeah.
In football this time of year, and you can see that they were warming it up on the sideline. You know, he was doing some extra stretching, keeping it warm. At this point, you know, obviously it's a little more because it was reported. But at this point, who's really healthy?
Tell us
You know what
about,
I mean?
I would love to hear Vaughn Hebron's evaluation and description of Christian McCaffrey.
He's a beast. This man is special. It's kind of crazy because, you know, I played with his dad. And,
That's right, Ed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
In Denver? In Denver.
Yeah, easy Ed. So
Good man, huh?
oh, great man.
You're still the
Great
youngest guy on this show.
man. So he, you know, so it's so I know what kind of family. I understand what kind of stock he's coming from. This kid he's special, man. He can do it all, and he's in a situation, you know, even though it was short, but you know, you get tired of losing very quickly. And, you know, getting this opportunity right out the gate after the trade, you know, you're going to try to take advantage of it because you understand that it can go. It's not always like this. You know, coming
Yeah.
from Carolina where he didn't win often, and then now in San Fran, he hasn't lost yet. Well, I think they haven't lost yet since he's been there. So, you know.
He's what, 8 now?
You're right.
Yeah, they haven't lost. So.
No, they've won like 11 games.
Yeah, I think it's 11 or 12
Yeah, right.
since he's
Yeah.
been there. So, you know, he obviously wants to take advantage of this. And, you know, he's going to be there. I don't care what calf. I don't care what they're telling you.
Yeah.
He's going to be somebody we have to deal with. And he can do it all. You know, and the way Kyle uses him, you know, it's going to be you see different things, getting him out in space, obviously running the traditional run. But I think they're going to try to get the ball in his hands early and often.
That reminds me. I'm sorry,
That's
Merrill.
okay.
The Mike Mayock. We all know him. Now he's well. I guess he's going to do a little bit of more football. He's going to be a consultant. But he used to say, or he said at the draft that Christian McCaffrey came out that he ran the best routes of anybody there, including the receivers.
Exactly.
And he's a running back. So.
So
They split him out, yeah.
And that's what they do. You know, they give you a lot of different looks. And again, the main thing is to keep this kid Purdy, you know, comfortable.
Yeah.
So, you know, yes, we can run the ball, but at the same time, we can keep short passes, which is the extension of the run. You know, with Christian McCaffrey one-on-one, with Debo. So they're going to do – we're going to see all that.
Are you aware of his total bloodlines? I mean, you know the father, Ed.
Yes.
And
And
you know
his mom is an Olympian.
Soccer? Was it
Yes,
soccer?
Something, yeah.
And you know her father.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware of the father.
Her father was a guy by the name of Dave Sim, who was one of the great Olympic stars, track stars at Duke.
And so, hey, look.
So you put one and one and one and one.
And that's what you have, right?
That's what happened. That's how Secretariat was born.
Exactly. There you go. And that's a real story, man. Because I'm telling you, this kid is special, man. He's truly special.
And you
he
talk
seems
about
to be a good guy too. He seems to be very.
I don't know him personally, but
Ed was a
I
good
know
man,
that's
right?
what I'm saying. Ed was a great man. He wasn't a good man. He was a great man. I'm telling you, he was good people. It's somebody that anybody. Every team needs an Ed McCaffrey.
Okay, every broadcast needs a Chris Ermer to tell us when to take a break.
Okay.
And we'll do that right now.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. It's all new and it's all for you. The heated deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open. It's enclosed, heated, and perfect for the ultimate in-game experience or live music when the best local bands take the stage. Like LeComp, Fat Mez, or Jameson. Check our website for the band schedule. The Heated Deck at Chicky and Pete's on the Boulevard is now open every Thursday through Sunday. Chickies and Pete's.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
You are not just building a company. You are helping to build your community. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been strengthening our region, serving as a trusted partner and resource for businesses like yours. Our team of business bankers can get you where you need to go. Real relationships, expert advice, swift solutions to power your growth. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
For more than 125 years, the Philadelphia Protestant Home has been family to seniors living independently or in personal care and skilled nursing. PPH also provides peace of mind, security to eligible residents who no longer can afford their living expenses. PPH offers spacious studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments with balcony, patio, and garden view options. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000, or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon till 2 a.m.
Have you or a family member been involved in an accident? If so, you need to call an experienced lawyer you can trust. You need to call the personal injuries lawyers at Velter, Urofsky, Zoftis, and Sokolson. If you or someone you know has been in an automobile, motorcycle, truck, slip and fall, or drunk driving accident, contact Velter, Urofsky, Zoftis, and Sokolson. Call 215-969-3004. Again, that number is 215-969-3004.
Enjoy a world of Italian wine and cuisine in nearby Philadelphia at Grand Cafe La Cola. This Italian landmark cafe offers a wide variety of Italian options for both lunch and dinner, and before you leave, try their award-winning gelatos. Offering an online market for your favorite meats, cheeses, coffee, and much more, it's Grand Cafe La Cola website at grandcafelacola.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Cafe La Cola. We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
Time now for this week's Penworth Financial Keys to the Game. The key to your financial future is Penworth Financial. Call them today at 267-997-4503 or visit penworth.com. Vaughn Hebron, the professor, is here today. And we will start with Vaughn as far as the keys to the game. You take one, I'll take one, and Bobby will take a try.
Okay.
I'll wrap it all up.
You wrap it all up for me,
I'll tie
Bob?
it together, yeah.
So my key is, from a San Fran standpoint, this kid Purdy, too many times people are waiting for him to, one day just realize that he's in a playoff game and get shook. I don't think that's the way to go. I think we treat him like any other quarterback, and we make him do things that he's not comfortable doing just yet. Throw outside the numbers, and if we can take their run game and their quick passing game with McCaffrey and Debo out and make him a passing quarterback.
Usually this is my first key. I'm like my third key, but I'm going to move it up to second or first this time, and that is avoid turnovers.
Oh, yes.
Because the 49ers are a team that lives on other people's mistakes, and they end up getting the ball and giving him a short field. You cannot do that against this team.
Great point, Merle. Great point.
Bobby.
My key is have an excuse ready when you call into work on Monday, because there's going to be a big celebration after this game. So have a real good excuse, not that your car won't start.
Well, you're not
going
to need an excuse because your boss will be out also.
Yeah, that could be.
It's not going to matter.
Have something creative ready. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I felt that confident.
One.
I don't. If you asked me and said pick one team, I'd pick the Eagles.
Okay. That's how I
have that confidence because of Vaughn.
I'm going to tell you, I feel confident. But I think it's going to be one hell of a game. I really do.
Yeah.
It's
not a lot.
And here's my thing. It's the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be? I mean, it's the two best teams in the NFC, and 49ers is not – they real. They are real. And they're made with the right stuff. So are we. So I really think this is going to be a great game, but I think we're going to come out on top.
You know what the funny thing is? This will be my fourth Super Bowl as the Eagles broadcaster.
You're the man, bro.
Well, I don't know about
man.
that. But the other three games, the other three NFC Championship games that I've broadcast have never been close.
Oh,
the first one was over Dallas. What was that, 20-7?
Yeah, with Wilbert Montgomery.
Yeah. That wasn't close.
Okay.
The one over Atlanta, Eagles were there.
Yeah.
And then the last one they played against Minnesota, they just ran them out of the building. 38-7, same as last week.
So what you saying, man? What you saying, baby? What you saying?
I'm saying I think this
say
is going.
Say it with your chest, man.
Okay, I'm going to say it with my
chest.
I think this one's going down to the wire.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to be like the other three.
Okay. All right. You know what? I agree. I just think the 49ers they really are made of the right stuff.
They are.
But I think the Eagles are made of the right stuff. It starts with that boy Jalen, and I think we will do whatever we need to do to make this a win.
I think he'll get enough offense going too to win this game, and I like your key because they're going to make Purdy uncomfortable. They're going to take something away.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because you've seen that
they're going to make him Purdy uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. Because here's the thing. Here's what we
That's
do.
a good one.
I think people lose sight of it. Where the Dallas game, as poorly as they played, meaning the 2 turnovers, losing their star running back. They were in this game
to
the end.
You're right.
To the end. I mean, this is
And Seattle
Dallas,
was in the game
Dallas
for
is not bringing
till
what
halftime.
Eagles are bringing. I know that for a fact. So it'll be
Yeah, but you can play that way 1 week, and then 1 week later,
That's
all
true.
of a sudden, you
That's a good point.
You really get into your stride.
Mhm.
All right, here's another thing. There's another game coming on after this one.
Yes.
And it's Cincinnati at Kansas City, and I'd be picking Kansas City in a nanosecond, except that you have a quarterback, maybe the best quarterback in the entire world, and Patrick Mahomes is amazing, and he's amazing because he has so many platforms with which he can throw the ball.
Yes.
He has so many moves. You can't catch him. You can never corral him. And he's playing with a painful high ankle sprain. And I don't care if Andy Reid says it's not as bad as the one before. They all lie. I watched the pressure being put on that ankle
and
when
he
went
wasn't.
over.
He didn't want it to.
And
Here's what I would tell you, though, Mel. Even before that, I'm telling you, matchups make games. It's just like a boxer. I'm not telling you Kansas City is not a talented team, great coaching staff. It's something about this Cincinnati team. They have Kansas City's number.
Yeah.
Certain
Three
matchups.
straight.
Three straight. And this is with a healthy Mahomes.
Yeah.
This is with a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
you're
telling you,
right.
them boys, when you get some young boys that don't fear you and they've won, I don't know. That's some tough stuff. So I take Cincinnati.
Look what happened to Buffalo. I mean, they just torched them.
Oh, but you know what? They were terrible. Their defense was terrible, and Josh Allen, who we have realized is a great quarterback.
Cincinnati helped in that.
He's having trouble.
Oh yeah,
boys hit him in the mouth. They didn't know what to do with.
You're right.
Yeah.
You like Joe Burrow?
I love Joe Burrow. I love his swag, man. I'm telling you, this boy, he don't talk too much stuff, but what he says, you listen, Kev, you're like, I like him.
How about Joe Mixon? He played really hard.
He did.
He played angry last week.
Yes, he did. So,
Well, and then there's another guy we haven't talked about because we love the Eagles receivers. Devontae Smith is amazing.
He is
A.J.
amazing.
Brown is amazing.
And that's another thing. I think A.J. is going to have a breakout game this week. Because he didn't, you know what I mean? And people forget about it. I think A.J. is going to spread his wings a little bit this week.
I think so. But there's a guy by the name of Jamar Chase in
Yes.
Cincinnati, and he's
Yes.
another one of those guys who you blink and he's gone. I mean, he's dangerous.
He is dangerous and strong. And again, it's that confidence. When you get young stallions that have the ability and then they got the confidence with it, it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm telling you, the boys, and all they know is winning. Think about it. They've been winning since LSU. All they know is winning.
Isn't that
They
something?
don't know of any other way. I'm telling you. they
There's a
don't
guy who
know.
had to transfer from Ohio State to get some playing time.
Yep, that's true.
Isn't that amazing how they transferred today?
Yeah, that's the truth.
And they did that to Buffalo with 3 of their starting offensive linemen.
Damn. Exactly.
Sideline.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, they might be a problem.
That's Burrow getting the ball out
Yes,
fast,
that's
right?
true. Yep.
But you know what? You're talking about a pretty clever coach in Andy.
Oh, he's going to empty that
Merrill,
playbook.
please don't take anything. I'm not. This
No,
is
I know
not a
you're not.
knock to Kansas City.
Oh, I know it's
I'm
not.
just telling you with Cincinnati.
I'm picking
is bringing.
Cincinnati, but I'm picking Cincinnati because I think the equalizer is the fact that Mahomes cannot do the things physically that he is capable of doing when he's healthy.
I understand that, Merrill, but think about when you say equalizer on who? Because Cincinnati has won the last 3 games.
That's true. You're right.
They won the last 3 games.
I'm going to have to go with Kansas City because I need the points to get back on
Gotcha.
Merrill. Understand?
You're going to go with Kansas City.
This is for 25 points this round.
And you're taking the Eagles, I take it.
He was talking about celebration, baby.
I got the Eagles and I got the Chiefs.
See, he got his excuse already set up.
Okay,
right?
I am going to take the Eagles, but I am going to take the
I do.
Bengals. I have the Eagles in Cincinnati
That's me
in
and
the
you,
Super
Merle.
Bowl.
That's me and you, Merle.
That's it?
Yep, I'm with you, baby.
Okay.
So who would you like in that Super Bowl?
Eagles in
Oh,
Cincinnati.
Eagles all day, baby.
Yeah.
It don't
Okay.
matter who we play. I'm taking Eagles.
I'm doing it one game at a time.
That was a tough question.
I want to see who's still standing after this weekend.
I agree.
All right, Vaughn, you're one of the great people, one of the
man,
great guests.
Merle.
We love having
That's
you.
you, Merle.
Okay,
That's
Bobby,
you.
good to have you back. And
Yeah,
Chris,
hey.
thank you, Chris Ermer, our producer. So from all of us at Chickies and Pete's, thank you for joining us, and I will see you Sunday at 3 o'clock. Good night, everybody.
Baby. Good job, Merle.
You've been listening to the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, as well as 107.3 FM, and heard around the world at WBCB1490.com.